Brothers here, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about if Battlefront 3 comes out, and this is if Battlefront 3 comes out, what heroes do we want to see? And I hope you guys enjoy. I mean, we've done really good on the channel. We already up to 134 subscribers. We got our most viewed video yesterday, so that was amazing. Hope if you enjoy this video, hit that like button. So yeah, let's get into this, boys. Number one spot, not ranking, of course, is Papa Sheev. So obviously, or Papa Palpatine. I mean, a lot of people call him Papa. I don't know, Papa Palpatine. I don't know, whatever. So getting into why he should be in Battlefront 3 is because, well, he's Palpatine, the guy who's behind it all the whole entire time, the whole run through of Star Wars, all of Star Wars. He's always been the bad guy. He probably is always going to be the bad guy because, well, first of all, he can survive pretty much forever. And I don't know why they said he's dead in The Last Jedi, because they said he was dead. And everyone thought he was dead in Return of the Jedi, so why shouldn't he be dead? Why should he be dead in Rise of Skywalker? So I think he should be in it because, like I just said, main bad guy, and that's all we need to talk about, Papa Palpatine. Yo, I almost did my intro again, boys. Oof. So we got Vader next up. I mean, you can't have a game without Vader. Star Wars, you can't have a game without Vader. Main villain in OG. So like, bro, you can't tell me otherwise that he should not be in this game. He's the chosen one. I mean, he was on the dark side and the light side, so he was supposed to bring balance to the Force. He was on the dark side and the light side, so I mean, he brought balance. But anyways, he's the main character in Star Wars, so you can't tell me otherwise that he can't be in this game. So yeah, I'm just gonna zip right through Vader, boys. At number 3. So I mean, and the reason why I'm actually saying numbers is because then you guys can know how many there are. I guess I don't know, but I'm just doing that. Don't ask why, because I don't really know why. Well, I guess so you guys know what number we're on, but how many heroes we're gonna get. That I want to get. Okay. So anyways, enough of that. So we got Boba Fett. People are gonna hate me for this, like, so hard, but this is the bounty hunter. This is gonna be one of the bounty hunters. There's one surprise in this video that some of you guys aren't gonna really. Some of you guys are gonna really like it, and I think some of you guys aren't really gonna like it. But there's 2 bounty hunters, and Boba Fett's one of them. The reason why Bosk I don't have on my list here is because Bosk barely has any screen time in the movies at all. You see him in a glimpse for like 3 seconds, or for a minute maybe. We'll say just a minute. And basically you see him maybe for 1 or 2 episodes in the Clone Wars. So I understand why they added him in the past for like Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2. I understand it, okay? But I just feel like that there's so many other people, other heroes that have other bounty hunters that you could replace with that have a lot more screen time. And Bosk is my favorite bounty hunter out there. That just goes to show that I'm not just doing it because I don't like Bosk. Bosk is literally my favorite bounty hunter, and I love using him in Battlefront. So even if he wasn't in Battlefront 3, I'd still be okay. But my point is, he doesn't really have much screen time, and that's why. And Boba Fett, he's the main bounty hunter of all of Star Wars. The first bounty hunter the main bounty hunter that you see in the movies, because you see him in a lot of episode 6 and maybe a little bit of episode 5. So it's okay. I like Boba Fett in Battlefront. He's just a little low health. He doesn't really fit my playstyle that much, but yeah. So that's enough blabbing about most main characters in the OG trilogy, and he was in episode 7 and one of the main characters in episode 7, and he was the tiniest bit in episode 9. He was like like a ghost kind of, or it was like an illusion or something like that. So anyways, Han Solo is one of the main characters in Battlefront. Star Wars, and you have to add him. He's Han Solo, boys. Skywalker. So and this is number 5. So Luke Skywalker, one of the most, I'd say the main person, the main hero, the main good guy. He's in most of the movies. He's very strong. He's one of the strongest Jedi to ever live. I'd say up there with maybe the top 10. He's Anakin Skywalker's son, so I don't think I really need to talk about him anymore, boys. Okay, guys, next up on our list at number 6, we have Leia, the end of the OG heroes here. And boys, since we have Leia, this is going to be the end. So the reason why I want Leia in Battlefront 3 is because she's one of the main characters. She's one of the main characters in episode 1, 4, 5, and 6, and she's one of the main characters in 7, 8, and 9. She's in all those movies, so she's in 6 Star Wars movies. So that means, that's a lot of Star Wars movies. So I think, she obviously should be in a Star Wars film. Not film. I'm so dumb. A Star Wars game. If she wasn't, if not, that'd be dumb. Very dumb, because, she's Anakin Skywalker's the Chosen One's. That'd be the Chosen One's daughter. So it's you can't really not have her. That'd just be dumb. So we're moving on. Skywalker. So and this is number 5. So Luke Skywalker, one of the most, I'd say the main person, the main hero, the main good guy. He's in most of the movies. He's very strong. He's one of the strongest Jedi to ever live. I'd say up there with maybe the top 10. He's Anakin Skywalker's son, so I don't think I really need to talk about him anymore, boys. Off the sequel trilogy, we have Rey Palpatine. So obviously she'd be on the good side, and Rey, she's pretty much the main character in the sequels, and there's pretty much no doubt about that. She's for sure the main good guy, not obviously the main bad guy, because she's not a bad guy. But there is one thing about her. She is a Palpatine, but she's just a Jedi. So that's good. But anyways, why she should be in it? Well, she's main character in sequels. You need some sequel heroes, and it's Rey. And if you've watched the sequels, I think you'd understand why. She's the main character in the sequels, and if you watch the movies, you can get why, I guess, because she's the main character. I think that's the best way to explain it for you people that have not seen those movies. But I think most people here have seen that movie because, I'm Star Wars Battlefront YouTuber. But anyways, yeah, that's going to do it for Rey because, I think I've covered all I need to cover. Why did I even say that, boys? So next up, guys, we have Finn. So Finn is our last hero for the sequels. We still have to do the villain. But you guys are all going to be really, and I mean really surprised when you hear the counter for Finn. Because the counter for Finn, you guys might not expect it. And like I said, there's going to be another bounty hunter, like I said when I was covering Boba Fett. You guys are going to be surprised, and I think a lot of you are going to like it. So, yeah, getting into why Finn should be in the Battlefront 3. Well, first of all, it's because Finn is I'd say the second main good guy in all of it, in all of the sequels. So, why not? Why shouldn't he be in? I think if you watch the movies, you'll understand why. I think it'd be a lot easier, but yeah, boys. So next up, guys, we have Kylo Ren. And this is ending the sequel heroes. Like I said, sorry about that, guys. But like I said, the reason why there's only one is because the counter for Finn is in another trilogy. So that's why there's only going to be one sequel villain. So yeah, just getting that out of the way, just so you guys understand. Okay, so the reason why Kylo Ren should be in, so Darth Vader is pretty much like Darth Vader is the main character in Star Wars. Kylo Ren's the main villain in the Rise of in the sequels. But the thing about Vader and Kylo have the same thing in common is they did the dirty work for someone else. Like, they do the dirty work for Snoke, or they had to do it for Palpatine, or someone like that. They had to do it for someone. They always were doing something for someone. And Kylo Ren, so Kylo, he's the main villain. And you can't, even since he is the main villain, it's like saying, Darth Vader shouldn't be in Battlefront because he's just Darth Vader and he's not even barely even part of Star Wars. Well, we see a lot of him, and a lot of what we see is he's the main bad guy. Like, he's always the bad guy in the sequels, episode 7, 8, and 9. So I think Kylo Ren should be in the game, and it really helps if you've watched all the movies to to do this, because I know a lot of people have watched all the movies, well, because I have a Star Wars channel, or Battlefront, and most people that like Battlefront play Star Wars. So yeah. So yeah, that's gonna do it for Kylo Ren, boys. Okay, so starting off on our prequels, we start with Anakin Skywalker. So if they did not add Anakin, that'd be so dumb, because Anakin's the chosen one, the main character in all of Star Wars. And George Lucas even said that Anakin was the chosen one and the main character in all of Star Wars. So there's no other main character in Star Wars. It's just Anakin. And you can ask George Lucas, but I'm pretty sure that it's Anakin. He even said it was Anakin. So I don't think there's really anything other to say about that. And if they didn't have him in the game, then why not? He's the chosen one. I did not understand why he was not at the launch of Battlefront 2. That made absolutely no sense to me. He's Anakin. It's not like he's it's not like he's Kit Fisto. It's Anakin. If you've watched any of the prequels, you'll understand why he would be in this, especially episode 3. And in the Clone Wars, if you watched all the Clone Wars like me and every single Star Wars movie, then you'd understand why Anakin obviously should be in Battlefront. So I don't think I need to cover anything more about Anakin. Next up on my list, we have Obi-Wan Kenobi. So Obi-Wan Kenobi, he's one of the most powerful Jedi to ever live in Star Wars. And I feel like just saying that should just be an automatic in the game, in my opinion. But you could argue he shouldn't be in the game because he's not one of the main characters. But he's shut up there with the main characters. He's the main character. How do you say this? He's in the Clone. If you watch the Clone Wars or the any of the prequels, then I think you'd understand why he would be in this. Just general, if you watched every Star Wars movie, you should understand why all the heroes that I have on this list are on this list. Because, well, obviously all these heroes were either in the Clone Wars or on the movie, or in a Star Wars movie. So I think everybody knows about Obi-Wan, and I think everyone's at least seen one prequel movie that's watching this. I would be pretty surprised if there was somebody who didn't. But I'm just gonna assume that everybody knows about Obi-Wan. Especially if you play this game. He's in the game, so I think everybody knows him. Yeah, so I don't think I need to further explain Obi-Wan. On our list, boys, we got Yoda. Don't know his last name. So basically, Yoda's one of the probably the most powerful Jedi to ever live. Maybe second to Mace Windu, but he's more wise than Mace Windu, in my opinion. So, in this game, Yoda is pretty good, but the reason why he should be in Battlefront 3 is the Grand Master of the Jedi. He's one of them. And if you've seen the prequels and most of the Clone Wars, you'll understand why Yoda's my rankings. And that goes for all heroes. If you've watched like every single Star Wars thing, then you will understand, or at least get why they're in my not rankings, this video. You'll get why. So yeah, Yoda, one of the most strongest Jedi and most wise Jedi to ever live, in my opinion. So yeah, I just have to include him. We have General Grievous. So General Grievous, one of the most notorious Jedi hunters. Sorry about that, I have the hiccups, boys, so I will not be telling you guys about hiccups any more longer in this video, just to get that out of the way. Okay, so getting into why I think Grievous should be in the game. First, because Grievous, he's one of the most, he's one of the main villains in Clone Wars and in Episode 3. So I feel like he should be in, what is it called? Battlefront 3. So, I mean, I would personally add him. If you've watched Star Wars Episode 3 and most of the Clone Wars, you'll understand why. Which I've pretty much said about every other hero on this list. I don't think I haven't said that about any of them. Just, you know, because if you don't have it, then there's just really no way you can do that. I mean, it's really hard, like, to not add him when he's like one of the main characters. And like, out of all of them, he's just like, I don't know why they wouldn't ever do, like, why they would ever do that. It just doesn't make sense to me, so yeah. Lots of surprises here. Remember when I said that Bosk wasn't going to be in this? Well, he's still not. He's still not, boys. But my point, I could find gameplay of a Cad Bane. So, instead of Bosk, it's going to be Cad Bane in it. It's going to be Cad Bane. That's the second bounty hunter. The counter to Finn. So, yeah, I told you all, I think a lot of you are going to like this, and I think I'll get a lot of hate in the comments. Well, I don't think I'll barely get any hate, because I don't think anybody's like a diehard Bosk here. I'm a diehard Bosk, except I like Anakin a bit more. But he's my favorite bounty hunter, and I still did not include him, because he just doesn't fit my game if I had one, or what I think people would want in a Battlefront 3. I just feel that way about Bosk. So Cad Bane would have his rocket boots. He'd kind of work like Boba Fett, but he'd have like some handcuff ability, so that'd be like his shock ability, like a little droid kind of on his back, just handcuffs them for a second. That'd be a cool animation. Another thing I want to see out of Cad Bane would be like, he has like those taser things, and then he obviously would have those dual pistols. I think he has dual pistols, which are really cool. Cad Bane's my second favorite bounty hunter. He's like really cool. And I kind of wanted Padme to be the counter, but I realized if Bosk was in it, then there would be no counter for Bosk. So I was like, well, this is perfect if Finn is the counter for Cad Bane boys. I just fell down a shaft, and that's going to do it for Cad Bane boys. Guys, we got Count Master Dooku. Okay, so Dooku used to be a Jedi for the Jedi Council, but now Dooku is a Sith. He got killed by Anakin. His head got chopped off. His arms got chopped off first, though. Anakin didn't want to have any mercy for him, so he just killed him. He beheaded him, boys. Not the best sight for the little kids, but it's okay. They didn't actually show him get beheaded. But anyways, getting into why he should be in it. He's the main bad guy, I'd say, in Episode 2, because Palpatine's not really fighting at all. Like, he's just kind of sitting there in the background, having them do his dirty work. And that's what Palpatine has done all along. Just have other people do his dirty work, which I don't really like. But I like Palpatine, because I like him. I don't really know why, but I just do, bros. Oh my gosh, I'm about to die from Yoda. But anyways, he should be in it because he's Count Dooku. He's one of the main villains in all of Star Wars. Like, you can't deny that. He's one of the main villains, and that can't really change because he's dead. And in the prequel trilogy, he's one of the main people. Like, he's like Kylo Ren, kind of, but for the prequel trilogy. Like, he does the dirty work for someone else. So that's going to do it for Dooku. Okay, so this is last on our list. We have Darth Maul. And hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Yeah. So getting into why we need Darth Maul is because, well, Darth Maul is the main villain in episode 1. He's really cool, especially on those maps like Naboo, where you can just hide behind this. Or like on nighttime Naboo, and then just yeet and then just kill the person. It's so fun to do that. So yeah. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. So yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.